Thank you, John, and thank you, Lisa, for joining us today. When you went on stage, you reiterated a common theme that this market is growing much faster than you anticipated, and you more than doubled your total addressable market. What about your 2024 estimates? You said previously it was $2 billion in sales. Is that going to change anytime soon, given this demand?
Well, I have to say, first of all, Christina, thanks for being here. Great to be on the show today with you guys. It's been a big day for AMD. I would say it was so exciting to talk about our new products, MI300X, MI300A, and then have all of our customers and partners with us. So it was a fantastic day. To your question, yeah, I mean, look, the AI market over the last year has just exploded, right? I mean, ChatGPT has really kind of changed our perspective for what Gen AI can do. So we originally thought the total market for data center AI accelerators would be about 150 billion as we got into 2027, and now we think it's going to be over 400 billion. So yeah, a much, much larger market. The reason for that is, frankly, everybody wants to use AI. We need more training. We need more inference. We did in our last conference call also talk about sort of the AMD opportunity for AI. We view next year will be about $2 billion in revenue. That's what we have, very, very clear line of sight to. But I have to say, customers want more. There's very high customer demand, and we have supply for a lot more than $2 billion as well. So we're excited to see how the next year will play out.
So just to reiterate for our audience too, because the issue with Nvidia is that there's been so many comments with supply, especially when it comes to advanced packaging, TSMC. So you're not facing that.
Well, look, I think we all probably underestimated the demand for AI. If you just took a look at the market a year ago, I mean, there's been just a significant demand overall. So yes, it's tight in the semiconductor market, but this is what we do for a living. I mean, we spend a lot of time with our partners. We've been planning for this launch. We plan for success. So yeah, we have a significant supply for next year.
Before I just pass it on to John, one quick question about pricing, though. It seems like there's a concern about shifting from Nvidia to AMD because of the switching costs, given their ecosystem. What would you say to all of those people, especially when you're competing on price?
Well, I think what we showed today is we have an incredibly competitive, product and roadmap. Very competitive on, training. Actually, best in class, like industry leading on inference, which is, when you're asking these models questions. And so I think our performance capability is really high. And yes, we're always about partnership. So we want to ensure that our customers get good total cost of ownership benefit. Right now, things are so tight in the data center. People want to be able to deploy products that can train and inference more. So absolutely, we think this is a great opportunity for customers who are looking for AI solutions to consider AMD.
Okay. Lisa, John? Great to see you, and great to have you on launch day here. What gives you confidence in the linearity of demand for AI chips and infrastructure when you look at the way that software is starting to roll out now?
Well, I think, first of all, John, thank you very much. It's great to be here with you guys. I have to say that what we're hearing from customers is really fantastic. I mean, you heard from a lot of customers on our show. This morning, we had Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, Lenovo, Dell, Supermicro, a number of AI innovators. I think that tells you a little bit about just how much demand there is and the close partnerships that we have across the ecosystem. And the key is right now we're still at the very, very early innings of AI. And from my standpoint, the more compute we have, the more capable AI will be, the more it can increase our productivity. And so it's just one of those areas where it's like nothing that I've seen before. It's nothing the industry has seen before. But we are absolutely focused on ensuring that we ramp as fast as possible.
Think about the accelerator chips that the hyperscalers themselves, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, et cetera, are designing and having built. I was trying to figure out if these are going to operate sort of like the graphics chips, integrated graphics chips versus the really powerful, purpose-built gaming chips that are out there, that they're going to handle some basic functions. What's your expectation on how much of this TAM the hyperscalers are going to successfully take themselves and how much you're going to be competing for?
I think, John, if you were to ask anyone in the industry ecosystem today, what they'll tell you is that AI is so big and it's changing so fast that you're going to need multiple different types of solutions. I don't believe it's going to be a one-size-fits-all. It turns out with large language models, and sort of the largest models are the smartest models, so they can be the most capable and most productive. They really favor GPUs, just given where the algorithms are today. So I do think that when we talk about a $400 billion TAM in 2027, the vast majority of that is going to be GPUs. But yes, there will be other solutions, and we fully expect that.
Lisa, it's Morgan. It's good to see you. Do you plan on selling these chips or perhaps a modified version of these chips to China? And I ask because I spoke with Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo over the weekend about export controls, and she said, quote, as the technology changes, as China changes, that Commerce is going to have to consider adjusting the rules to, quote, keep up. So how are you navigating what seems to be a fluid dynamic?
Yeah, absolutely, Morgan. Look, we spend a lot of time with the administration, with Secretary Raimondo and her team. We understand the importance of, protecting our most advanced technologies from a national security standpoint. That being the case, China is an important market, and we continue to look for, opportunities where, there will be an opportunity to offer some capabilities in China going forward.
Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang said Huawei is among a group of, quote, very formidable competitors in the AI chip market. How do you see it? How do you see the competitive landscape evolving?
Well, I think the competitive landscape is such that, with AI exploding, there are lots and lots of solutions that are out there. But for the most advanced and most capable products, it is, these large-scale GPUs. And, that's where there are very, very few that have the technology. We've been working on this technology for, many generations. It continues to get better with time. So I do think that this is an area where AMD is a very unique position. We look at AI very holistically, cloud, we look at enterprise and what individual companies want to do. We also look at it as to what we all would like to see in the personal computer and, sort of the AI PC. So, lots and lots of opportunity in AI, and I think we have a very unique position.
Lisa, what I've been taking from a lot of this is that it's not, one or the other. The market is big enough now for a lot of players in the near term. You compared the chip to Nvidia quite often on stage with the specs and everything like that, but Nvidia is going to be launching the H200 next year. And with the speed of every 12 months, how do you maintain that lead time, specifically within inferencing? Because I know that's the strength for AMD in this new chip.
Look, Christina, you're absolutely right. This market is moving faster than anything that we've seen before. And we've accelerated our roadmap, too, because we're spending a lot of time with our largest customers, and they're saying, hey, MI300 is great. We love it. Yeah. Now, we're also talking about the next generation and the next generation. So, definitely there's a lot of stuff that we have in the pipeline. We're excited about where things are. We're also pulling in our timelines because we believe that this market's going to favor speed.
And so is that like 12 months or?
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about our roadmap as we go forward, but I think the key is, as great as MI300 is, you can imagine that we're working on the next great thing as well.
All right, we'll end on that positive note. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, Christine.